首先有请来自澳大利亚 from Australia SAREEN 以及来自印度 and from India GHORPADE。现在有请来自中国 from China 王楚钦孙Yingsha。
Well, as always, rapturous applause wherever these two go. We've got Yingsha, the women's world #1, leading in her teammate, the newly crowned men's world #1, Wang Chuqin, and together they will prove to be an unstoppable force, I'm sure, this week, with the support of the home crowd fully behind them in this round of 16, a place in the quarterfinals at stake, and they are taking on the mixed association pairing, SAREEN and GHORPADE, the Australian and the Indian combining in a first ever smash for them. It's going to be a big task. They're facing two formidable players as well as the entire Infinity Arena. Adam Barbara, welcome along, and this is one we're going to look forward to in this best of 5. That's how the players line up, but of course the Chinese pair are the overwhelming favourites for this one, aren't they?
Yeah, there's no question. I mean, they dominated the game. They've had an effect and an impact on table tennis at a global level that I've never seen in my life. Yashasvini Ghorpade, Yashu as she's often known, an up-and-coming player, SAREEN, a continental champion, as you need Christoph Geiger. Lots to talk about in terms of the style here in the mixed association pairing. But again, Yingsha and Wang Chuqin, when they play together, just seem unstoppable.
Yeah, and we'll talk a little more about that in just a moment's time as we take a brief pause for the coin toss.
We do the toss, you can either choose green or yellow. Green for the SAREEN and yellow for Sun. Green, SAREEN won the toss. Receive, which side? Who is going to make service? Sun is going to serve, who is going to receive? Ghorpade is going to receive.
Well, that's settled then, and it's a treat, isn't it, to see Yingsha and Wang Chuqin playing together, because we don't see it all that often.
I feel like it's sort of like your favorite band that broke, I mean, and let's say went on individual paths or whatnot. They are individuals, incredible in singles, both the world #1, but as a doubles pair, mixed doubles pair, they really set fire to the table tennis world. People coming in from all over the planet saying, this pair inspires me. There's something about the way they work together on the table that just is so brave, so bold. I don't know, the type of thing that's easy to get behind and follow. On the other side of the table, it's not exactly where you want to be. You've got a righty-lefty combo against you. Yashasvini Ghorpade with long pips on the backhand side of the racket, no sponge. She twiddles and twists. Two right-handed players there. They're playing on and with the best equipment in the world. Over $2 million in prize money. And a lot of points to play for here, Rebecca.
A lot of motivating factors, that's for sure. Now, we can talk all day long about the credentials of the Chinese pair. They are 6 seeds here. Let's look then at the schedule. This is a round of 16, so the last 8 beckons the winner of this one. But let's chat about this new partnership. We've got the Australian and the Indian. I mean, SAREEN is an interesting player, isn't he? A former world #1 in terms of youth level, a former singles champion at under 15 level, now 17 years of age, and what an amazing experience this is going to be for him. We've also got Ghorpade as well, who's a former world #1 at under 19 level in doubles. Fans, of course, overwhelmingly behind the Chinese pair, but SAREEN and Ghorpade, they have got potential, perhaps not in this match, but going forward, certainly they could be a good force.
Yeah, on any given day, you never really know. Xiao Zhan's been through it all. I actually saw him warming up the pair on the table right now in the practice hall with his left-handed shake-hand serves. It was really impressive, his service game. Ricardo Oliveira there. He's been all over the world coaching as well, coaching for Australia currently. SAREEN spends a good amount of his time in the United States, plays in the American League, has also been representing Australia for quite some time. You gets a lot of balls back in play. He's been creative ever since he was quite tiny. At 13 years old, it felt like he was about half the height. He sprouted up in world rankings and in height. Had a tough match against Felice Braun in singles. Let's see how they pair up.
Sun to serve, love all.
So Xia will start it off this best of 5 with the serves.
Love
And
one.
the first point goes the way of the mixed association pair.
Sound like somebody knocking on a door? That is the long pips backhand with no sponge of Yashu.
We see a lot of Indian players using that, don't we? Why is that?
It's a great question. I could tell you it'd probably be better to hear directly from the lips of an Indian resident, but in short, the style suits India. I think near the table, this is one side of the racket that, you know, allows you to play a slightly more finishing forehand, the way we see Ahikar Sutirtha play. That said, Yashu here with a very steady drive on the forehand side, like Monica, like Srija. These are 3 women who've been inside the top 100 in the world playing this style. Not so many outside. One Australian, Ji Min Young.
2, 3.
And I guess she'll look to disrupt the rhythm using that, but it's only a matter of time, isn't it, until the Chinese pair get wise to it and start to adapt.
3
It
all.
would seem that way. That said, they just leveled the playing field. Also, in terms of adapting, no matter what style you play, if your opponent adapts to your style, you have to find new answers. The same can be said for a player with, say, a less conventional rubber on one side of their blade.
4,
Beautiful
3.
attack here, speeds it up with the long pips. It's tough to rally with. The women of India took the women of China to a 5th and deciding match in a team competition at the World Championships last year.
4 all.
That's when they brought out Deng Yaping, the little giant who was here in Beijing last year. Wouldn't be surprised to see her show up. She came essentially out of retirement to train. She played long pips on the backhand, normal rubber on the forehand. Warning here.
Please make sure you start the service above the playing surface, not here. 4 all.
These are the rules. Ball cannot dip below the table.
5, 4.
I love that forehand of Wang Chuqin's.
Yeah, why is that?
He just strikes it with so much power. It's a very distinctive forehand when he does that big step around. I think it's a joy to watch.
In the modern
6.
game, in Build Your Perfect Player, I believe he was my choice for forehand. I also love it. It's a long stroke. It's full commitment. He gets the whole body behind it. He's tough to predict. Wow, the touch play. So in terms of disrupting rhythm, as you mentioned, Yashu will play these knuckling shots a little shorter. Adi very patiently and very delicately controlling the ball to keep the Chinese pair off the attack.
7, 5.
Going for the big forehand there, couldn't quite clear the net, but it's been a very mature performance so far for the Indian and the Australian, despite, you know, the fact they're both incredibly young still.
Yeah, when we talk about chemistry on the table, it's so important. This pair here has been playing together for quite some time, despite maybe not as much international experience recently. Ooh, Adi SAREEN holds up the shield and gets back the forehand that you and I love so much. Again, for a youngster, Adi SAREEN has shown a lot of maturity here. Yashu keeps it deep enough to keep some predictability on it, and Adi with a very improvised shot awkwardly coming back.
6, 8.
Yo Guang Kai, long team position there. Practice partner for Wang Chuqin, Lionheart. Good rally here, extended after a net or two. We see Wang Chuqin adapt, and then the pressure comes right back. It was the finishing shot, nice duck and cover from Xia. Beijing
9-7.
famous for its duck, by the way, and cover.
Is it fair to say now that this mixed doubles draw is now wide open?
Curious to hear more about why you say that, but anything you say sounds fair to me.
9-8.
Well, of course, the first match of day 3, we saw Im Jong-hoon and Shin Yubin, the top seeds from the Republic of Korea, dispatched in 5 games by Chen Yuan-yu and Kwai Man, which was an interesting result.
They've been in wonderful form. The way they adapted earlier round. What a rally! The pace and everything. The power that comes in. 2 big points here. Feels like 3 in a row now for this mixed association pairing. Power Adi with a short stroke counter, and Yashu keeps that so low. If you're not familiar with long pips, no sponge, it is heavy spin reversal. It comes in heavy topspin, it comes back heavy underspin. It flips physics on its head.
10-9.
And incredibly, it's game points for the mixed association pair who've come from 6-9 down.
Just to clarify, of course, it plays within the rules of physics as Human World does, but it's confusing for most. It's out of the ordinary, and as you said, game point.
10-all.
Takes her chances there. That catches the edge. That's the end of the game. Just a change of pace, something a little bit safe, but deuced up here. Alternating serves now until one pair has a 2-point lead.
Go, 对.
11-10.
That's another game point.
This is not easy to do, to shut down Yingsha in a push game that comes off the table. Adi SAREEN, hands soft. Second game point for the new young pairing.
Wang Chuqin with a forehand that almost knocks SAREEN off his feet. It saves the second game point.
A bit of fortune as it clips the net on the way over, so it's tough. 76, a new high. Broke his own record, at least from what I've seen. It's 75 earlier on in this event. Second deuce.
12-11.
Beautiful addition of side spin there for that knuckling shot. Hudro Ja plays with long pips. You don't find too many others other than one shopper on the Chinese women's team playing long pips, but Hudro Ja's are different. She's got sponge. She plays it aggressively. Third game point. Yashu to serve.
13-11.
My goodness.
Game to GHORPADE.
Well,
and
after
SAREEN.
3 game points, it's GHORPADE and SAREEN who take the opener. Not only do they take the opener, but they take it from Yingsha and Wang Chuqin, holding their nerves so brilliantly at the end there.
If you were to interview any fan, ticket holder on average, stadium average, I would be surprised if anyone was there to see. I'd say more than 90% of the fans are fans of these two right here. They've changed the game, but the game needs to be changed by them once again because they're down 0-1.
A little bit more, like sometimes short, sometimes dead punch, sometimes just short block, whatever. And you, just one thing, you know that it's gonna be every time full power to you. Sometimes it's just play it back in. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. It will be the same thing. I think it will be the same thing, honestly. But you just put it in the first one, and if you can, if you are in the right place, you gotta go for the counter. Full counters. Other than that, you're playing very good on the first touches of the ball. That's being everything. Come on, keep with that focus. Enjoy it. Let's go.
Well, he's told them to enjoy it, and I'm sure they're enjoying having a lead here over the number 6 seeds. But what we see so often from the Chinese players, when they lose the opening game, they come back stronger, don't they? They don't take kindly to falling behind.
Second game, GHORPADE to serve. Love all.
You want to find the push button for the fire on a dragon? Step on its tail.
One low.
Well, now, keep your eyes on the blade there. Red side spinny, black side, the defensive side of the racket. The sound on the contact there from Yashu, I'd love to see that one again at some point. Remember, serves cross court, alternating shots, they signal to each other under the table. Quality in the rally, and we love it. The crowd does as well because it ended on their side. Remember, we're in the heart of China right now, where table tennis is the national sport. And And the sport's biggest heroes, the team captains, you could say, world number ones on both sides, were beaten in the first game by a young, mixed, new pairing.
He's making sure that one's not coming back, isn't he? Wang Chuqin, perhaps that one's even faster than the 76 km/h one we saw a few points ago.
1-3.
Just thinking back to the water break between games, my favorite takeaway was the conversation with Ricardo Oliveira, where he gave some instruction about how to play, and Adi said, but it's the reverse order, and he said it's the same.
1-4.
The instruction remains, like it doesn't matter. They're both going to give you incredibly high-quality spin shots. You need to counter when it opens. Play with no fear.
4-2.
And he does. He brings the pressure here.
And what was it in game one that made the difference for GHORPADE and SAREEN?
Precision and intention for me in the short game. Yashu mixed it up very well. But it was also the touch of Adi SAREEN. I mean, everyone's contributing out here. If you have one link that's too weak out here, the whole pair will drop, especially against these two, and on either side, really.
5-2.
This one stays nice and low. Adi SAREEN going for a quick table clean after that ball, just to make sure there was no particle or anything affecting the bounce. Yeah, tactically, when you play with a player like Yashasvini, you have a very clear plan. You know you're going to get some loose balls. You know you're going to have funky timing. It's a question of the quality of the shot that your partner hits when you start to move in. How to anticipate and get prepared to take advantage of anything a little bit loose.
4-7. Spots the space, Wang Chuqin.
It's exactly what he did. He saw a loose ball and he was quick to get there on his feet before Yashu could really take a knuckling shot. Add some confusion.
7-3.
Yingsha looked a little frustrated there, didn't she?
Yeah, the standards are higher than anyone else's in the game. We've seen Wang Chuqin slap his hip after being up 7-1, 7-0, and losing 1 point.
8-3.
But he loads up on this one, gets low, and a full stroke forehand, loaded with spin. The quality is unlike almost any shot you've ever faced. Well, now Adi SAREEN with the answer finds the wide corner, testing the footwork of Shasha.
Contested she was. I was impressed there with how quickly she moved across to that wide forehand.
Credit to Yashu, my bad. She covers there, that's the order of play this game, but rack it up high, adding a bit of side spin, hitting the corner.
For 9.
Yesterday I had lunch with Adi SAREEN and the Australian team, and when he told me about this match, he said, wish me luck.
10-4.
I don't necessarily think they need luck because, of course, they're 6 game points down at the minute, but to take the first game from Yingsha and Wang Chuqin, that's not luck.
It's definitely impressive. 6 game points here.
11-4.
Yingsha gets it finished off with a huge forehand, levels up at a game apiece here, takes the second one, 11 points to 4. It's a very close opener. The mixed association pairing taking it 13 points to 11. The Chinese pair restoring normality. Taking game at number 2, 11 points to 4. It is Qin Yuanyu and Huaiman who await the winners of this one in the quarterfinal, whoever that might be.
So a little look here at the winners, the glowing, pulsating balls there from Wang Chuqin and Yingsha. A whole lot to the wide forehand, and this is something that I noticed, and I'll tell you why, because they were staying away from the long picks of Yashu. They're comfortable with smooth rubber on either side, but that closed-door training camp was because of the women of India and what's on the backhand side of their racket. Tactics changed everything. From being beaten 13-11 to winning 11-4. That is night and day. We'll see how things change in game 3, or if.
1-love.
So the plan seems to be stay away from GHORPADE.
No flash, please.
At least the backhand. You can't fully stay away from her, but stay away from the long pips, which she forced in. She ran across there to get him in.
Love 2.
No such problem there for Wang Chuqin.
Does a good job of taking this one before it would come down on the table, just inside that baseline. Ooh, cracking forehand, Shasha's spin. And this isn't a cross-court safe shot. This is the short side of the table. Yashu showing why she's top 100 in the world. 74, just 2 shy of Wang Chuqin's fastest yet, to our record anyway. Oh, the grunt battle here. A chop block from SAREEN. He's played an incredibly high percentage with his chop blocks. And then it's Yashu to play for placement. Wow. Good exchange here. Nice, aggressive with the long pips. It's not easy to do. She's got no sponge, so there's no dwell time. She can't generate her own spin. It takes incredible precision to make a shot like that. And then for the opponent to have to lift and keep it out of the net is a lot of work.
3-all.
Well, this is absolutely brilliant stuff, isn't it, from the underdogs, the underwhelming underdogs. And you mentioned that SAREEN said, wish me luck, and there is no luck needed. They are playing out of their skin, this pair.
SAREEN, a chop block machine right now. Yashu coached me in a very difficult match against a similar style. She's very lighthearted.
3-4.
The reason I bring that up is it seems to suit her well when there's, in quotes, pressure. Some people recognize it, some people thrive when they have it. You have to remember, pressure sometimes is even greater for your opponent than it is for you.
4-all.
Well, there is huge pressure, of course, on this Chinese pair here in China with this expectant crowd.
Everybody, I think it's fair to say that just about everybody in the world who's seen table tennis expects the pair in black to win. And that could be very freeing for SAREEN and Yashu GHORPADE. If they lose, no one's going to be mad at them. They'll say, hey, no problem, look who you played.
4-6.
Had a decent first round win as well to get through to this round of 16. Defeating Youssef Abdelaziz and Mariam Al-Adabi of Egypt 3-1.
They've had some titles. They've been playing, the Egyptians have been playing incredibly well, so that's a wonderful win.
4-7.
Looking down at the equipment for the briefest of moments, sometimes the contact feels right and the ball doesn't go where you expect it. So calling for the serve he wants.
No flash, please.
Use the magic word.
4-7.
Come on, fight. Let's go. Come on. Three.
It was amazing that GHORPADE and SAREEN actually stayed in that rally as long as they did. That second shot, I believe it was, from Wang Chuqin down the diagonal. This one. Phenomenal effort from SAREEN to return it.
He hits the gold at the top of the net second time around.
Let's go.
Doesn't miss by much, but you can tell the intention to not give something obvious, to keep it awkward, a little shallow.
9-4.
The in and out game is tough to play. And against somebody like Yashu GHORPADE, this is something that you have to do. In and out. We've got a few players playing anti-spin now. Wow, there it is. Half long in the touch game. It's not just serves. In the push and touch game, the open rally, you can still play a ball that causes hesitation and indecision with a soft touch shot. You just saw it. SAREEN.
5-10.
5 game points then for Yingsha and Wang Chuqin, the 3-time world champions.
11-5.
11-5. They take a 2 games to 1 lead here in this best of 5. Well, we talked about pressure a little earlier on, and the pressure will be on the mixed association pair because it is a must-win when play resumes. They are to have any chance of making it through to the quarterfinals here.
在这边就注意点防守，这一局当中就要注意你的正手位有进攻的时候，可以守一守直线嘛。因为这个。
Well, this is a look then at the mixed doubles world rankings. We've got Wang Chuqin and Yingsha in 7th spot at the minute, but look at that at the top there. Im Jung-hoon and Shin Yu-bin, the pair from the Republic of Korea, who were top seeds at this tournament, were knocked out earlier on today. Kwai Man and Lin Shidong not playing here together. Instead, we've got Kwai Man partnering Chen Yuan-yu. They are through, and they are the players who await whoever wins this one.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy to think that China still leads the world in this category, despite how many new pairings, how much mixing and matching. There are a lot of different theories about energy and time investment. To be a professional athlete at this level, none of these players are professionally playing another sport.
Who is going to make service? 4th game. GHORPADE to serve. Love all.
The reason I bring that up is even with Lin Shidong and Kwai Man spending half of their time playing with other partners, or a significant portion, they're still at the top of the food chain.
Love 1.
By quite some distance as well.
Right. You said earlier on in this match, in terms of figuring it out, once the Chinese pair do, it's going to be tough for the others to come back. It's held true.
1-all.
Element of surprise is tough to be able to continuously implement, to bring out.
Let's go.
They solve one puzzle, you need to send them a new one.
2-1.
And it is tough to surprise players who've been, let's say, the hardest working in the modern era.
2-all.
And with a wealth of practice partners as well.
Yeah, there's no shortage of resources. China definitely invests to make sure that they can deliver the goods, take home the golds. A loss is taken very seriously, even a close victory, a narrow margin victory. We've seen players win and have some very, very serious lectures waiting on the other side.
Will there be a serious lecture waiting for this pair if they get through this match?
Good question. Let's see.
3-all.
I think it depends how it ends, when it ends. I think the details matter. If they didn't, think about it. This is a game of such fine margins, and the precision that Team China brings to this sport is just recognizing any mental weakness, any lack of focus. Game 1 is taken from you in an unusual style.
4-3.
If you turn things around, you adjust, and you never look back. Okay, the water break was the time for that conversation. And it just keeps going up the food chain as we have a timeout here on the Indian-Australian side. What I mean by that is, Xiao Zhan, he's got people to answer to, and the people above him have people to answer to. Everybody's pleasing
It's always more difficult
China.
when it's no spin, right?
No spin but high.
But can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. So the thing is, is it better for you to wait a little bit for the ball, or you have to catch sooner?
Sooner.
So do you do it? You wait a little bit too much.
Yes.
That's the thing. But careful, if it is heavy on the spin, careful with that.
All I know is they're only serving no spin, it's short and long.
Yes.
All good, perfect. Now regarding other thing, when you serve, she always receiving most of the time short. Don't get closer to the table. You can give it push long. Another thing for you, they are playing always on your forehand side. If you can do this, perfect.
Yeah.
If you cannot, if it's too much power, just stop the ball.
Yeah.
Because the quickness of the hitting the ball, it's good enough for him. He will come back quick again. Don't overdo it. Unless it's too much spin, then you gotta go for it. If it's too much power, just stop at the ball. Understand? Everything else is good. Good environment. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, well, some interesting conversation there, wasn't there?
I love the way he implements that. He said, what are you more comfortable with? He's admitting, look, I've never played your style, but I observed something. He asked her a question, which is better, to take it late or to take it early on this? She said early is better, and he said, you're waiting too long. Service warning.
Fault for all.
And by that I mean fault. He could call TTR if he wants. Nice. I love it.
Challenge.
He's got an incredible record with TTR.
Service.
This is table tennis Jeopardy right here. That R stands for Jeopardy. No, it stands for review. We're going to go to video. What was the call?
TTR challenge for service ball hidden.
So the ball must remain visible from the time it's presented until the time it's contacted. And that's visible to the receiver. Presented by the server, contacted by the server, must be visible the whole time to the eyes of the receiver. So they're going to look for the best camera angle to try and emulate the view of the receiver to analyze this. Point was called. If the call is correct, we'll find out in a moment. If it wasn't correct, Wang Chuqin will get the point back and they'll replay it. Let's see. Moment of truth. So two things. The camera angle's a little bit inside. I think that's the proper call. There it is. Behind the head.
Challenge unsuccessful. Service hidden for all. One challenge
Well, Wang
remaining.
Chuqin was told that the ball was hidden. He said, no, it wasn't, and I want to go for a challenge. But they now lose one of their two challenges.
There you go.
I mean, there's no harm in challenging, is there?
No. Hope you're doing well, Darko. Behind the table, they saved the point right out of a challenge unsuccessful. A challenge successful from behind the table. No TTR needed, just the first 2/3. The TT out here, the step around, the full spin. But there was fishing. Wang Chuqin, you don't see him fishing too often.
5-all.
Good turnaround. There are a lot of moments in table tennis that you have to take advantage of. Players talk about it, even when they're trailing, that they noticed the confidence of their opponents has shifted.
6-5.
But it doesn't seem as though the confidence of GHORPADE and SAREEN has shifted at all.
Yeah, they've been playing a very fearless game. I like the way they talk to Coach Oliveira as well. It's just a lot of clear listening. Oh, a bit off the net. Wang Chuqin sneaks it past as Nick Lum, Yang Zilio, Fin Lu, Huang Bei. It's the Australian team there watching on. Yang Zilio, the leader of that squad, but the men also doing quite well. Have jumped up a lot in the world rankings in recent years, doing well continentally. So you see them a lot on the international stage.
5-8.
That was an incredibly awkward ball. Coco knows it. Zhang Rui there. Maciej Kubik watching as well, Polish star. Good to have you back in action.
9-5.
Well, I was impressed with the previous point. GHORPADE getting that backhand in before Yingsha, of course, hit that winner, but she did well to stay in the rally.
9-6.
There was just so much from that timeout, the water break, let's say, or I guess the timeout it was. The conversations about when to go for big attacks. If it's overwhelming spin, you don't want it to sit on your racket on the rubber as long. You don't want it to dwell. Smack through it, keep some topspin, quickly counter.
7-9.
And if it's speed, if the ball comes at you fast, control, shorter motion. And a timeout on the other side. This should be fascinating. Hopefully we'll have a chance to hear Xiao Zhan and his words of wisdom. A man who's been all over the world, speaks wonderful English, but will be using Mandarin out here today.
换过来接发球不勉强啊，接发球不勉强，这种球很自然，好摆摆，不好摆就强行摆的话，他肯定会搏。所以就捅上去之后，他很现在感觉很好，防啊拉力就很好。主要是他背完这板球以后，上去跟进的时候要注意点，然后就注意到这个场地，身体感觉非常好，拉力。 所以接发球就很自然，好板你感觉抢上去了，啪捅上去，他就回一个接发球，对，就捅一个，然后就都起来，往里顶都行，对吧？都很舒服，但是偷住你。那就是你这个踢到我，可能有点扎你，还有可能磕那个。对，
帮了我给你。
就带来卖点心了，不着急。
Now, with potentially the end of this match just a couple of points away, what was the messaging there for Sun Yingsha, Wang Chuqin?
Couldn't hear much, but what it sounded like was about the receive game. How to control it, how to get into the points so that they're not in a position to really make things uncomfortable.
Thank you.
We did see that replay of how much spin Wang Chuqin puts on the ball, just to support those talks about how to control and when to attack and which way.
7-10.
There's 3 match points, the timeout. Well timed indeed.
Sometimes just 80% is enough when your level is as high as these two here.
11-7.
Catches the net, and it's Sun Yingsha and Wang Chuqin who defeat the mixed association parent GHORPADE and SAREEN 3-1 through to the quarterfinals, where they'll take on their compatriots Chen Guanyu and Kuai Man for a place in the semi-final. What a performance it was for this new pairing, SAREEN and GHORPADE, in what is their first smash together. And they really took it to Sun Yingsha and Wang Chuqin, didn't they?
Yeah, there's going to be so much respect. I think anybody who's watching this on either side, if you're a Sun Yingsha, Wang Chuqin fan, you're definitely, of course, happy with the result, but you respect the opponents. They gave quite a fight. Games 2 and 3, okay, a bit more one-sided, but a timeout called in the 4th. And if you're from Australia, India, or anywhere in the world, and you know Adi SAREEN and Yashasvini GHORPADE, you're going to say, hey, you're amazing. That was really something. You took the first game and you fought till the end. So respectable performance here. And they gave us a good show as a spectator. On paper, you might not have expected it, and they delivered the goods. Here are the winning balls from Wang Chuqin and Sun Yingsha. Again, sprinkled around a bit, but mostly to that forehand side of the table. 2 right-handers, both of which have inverted rubber on their forehand more often than not. So after 31 minutes of play, here's the look, over 20% better on serve for Sun Yingsha and Wang Chuqin. Again, players who changed the game. 7 in the world, but right now, as you mentioned, it's an open draw with the top seeds out. We'll have a chance to hear from a very popular pair down on court. Post-match interview with the world #1s in singles. It's Wang Chuqin and Sun Yingsha.
Congratulations to Wang Chuqin and Sun Yingsha， 恭喜2位获得本场比赛的胜利。首先，我们来提问孙颖莎。Congratulations on a mixed doubles victory in your first match after partnering up again following several months apart. What did you do to quickly regain your competitive form? 恭喜2位混双首战获胜，时隔几个月再度搭档，赛前是通过哪些方式快速找回比赛状态的呢？
我觉得确实，我们2个人自从世锦赛以后没有在国际赛场上比过赛，确实今天一上来第1局，确实还是对比赛的感觉并不是说那么熟悉吧。但其实通过1局以后，我们俩在比赛中调整，包括局间，其实肖尔导也一直在提醒我们，然后让我们去找到我们配合一些更好的一些节奏吧。但我觉得，当然通过今天这场比赛，我相信我们俩也对明天的比赛会有这种更好的默契吧。
好的，谢谢。
Well, indeed, I think after the WTTC 2025, we haven't played for a long time on the international stage. However, today in Game 1, we didn't feel quite familiar with the game. However, we made the adjustment in the middle of the games, and Mr. Xiao also reminded us to find our rhythms. I think after today's match, we are going to be fully prepared for the upcoming matches.
好的，谢谢。那下一个问题，我们来提问王楚钦。As three-time consecutive world champions in mixed doubles, what do you think is the biggest challenge in this tournament? 作为世锦赛混双3连冠组合，你们觉得这次比赛最大的挑战是什么呢？
其实还是对于比赛的这种熟悉度可能会没有以前好一些，但是我觉得通过一系列的比赛一直都走到现在，我觉得我们两个的个人的这种能力都会逐渐的提高，也希望能通过一场场的比赛来去打出更多精彩的表现。
Still, I think the biggest challenge lies in that the level of familiarity of us with the games is not as it was before. And so far, I think our capabilities have improved. And I think after match, we're going to deliver better results.
好的，谢谢二位，再次恭喜二位，让我们把掌声再次送给王楚钦、孙颖莎。
Popular winners indeed, and they are through to an all-Chinese quarter-final. That'll be a tantalizing showdown, won't it, against Chen Yuanyu and Kuai Man next. And it looks as though